Welcome back, cats and wombats. This is Ruining Culinary. So we have our soap molds that we're going to put the frosting in and attempt to make some shaped mints, considering the cake part didn't really work out. And we don't have any more flour left. That's okay, we're gonna figure something out. I have picked some nice edible flowers from the garden and some leaves, and we have some washed and dried birch bark. I went out and found a really nice patio rock and I washed it thoroughly and dried it. I just want something to look natural and pretty, you know, because I mean, even if it's the apocalypse, you want your wedding to be pretty. Here's a little crystal rhodiola. We have a flicker feather, which I just found out on the dog walk. It's a nice dog walk. There he is. There's my puppy. Oh, so sweet, so precious. Got some duck feathers to symbolize love. Flickers symbolize magic. I think I have another one somewhere too. So, you know, we want our wedding to have a general feel of love and magic. So far, we've been failing because if you don't have the right ingredients, you can't make the right thing. But we're gonna figure something out. Right now, as far as cake goes, we are down to graham crackers, marshmallows, and Twix. Well, and the frosting we made. Okay, who doesn't love graham crackers and frosting? My goodness. Might as well. As long as you make it look pretty, right? Okay, so we're gonna grab our frosting out of the freezer. Got it nice and cold. Oh my God, it's gonna slip. Okay. The molasses flavor, which actually tasted just like soft gingerbread. I really like it. And the turmeric cream cheese. You know, cream cheese wedding mints are actually a thing. It's basically buttercream frosting with cream cheese. I basically accidentally made a wedding mint. I'm sure that it'll work. We've colored it with turmeric. Hi, Ruger. He's a good boy. Okay. I'm back cooking with Ruger. He likes to help me. He's a sweetie pie. So we are, I have to wash my hands again because I just petted him. So we are back examining our decorations. Our tiny squash from the garden. I thought that was so cute. I just picked that. I mean, I could have let it get bigger, but it's so cute. I think it's the perfect decoration. So I think I'm going to stagger the colors. Oh, you know, if I am actually feeding people this, I should probably wear some gloves because this is going to involve a lot of touching, and I have the last pair of gloves in the apocalypse. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of the turmeric cream cheese. You know, this is still actually like really soft. Well, even though it was frozen. Wonder what I could do to harden this a little bit. You know, we could use this as a frosting and then use this firmer stuff as the mint molds. And then it will be a contrast of the dark brown and the yellow, and that will look cool. Okay, so essentially our sunflower paste, molasses concoction doesn't have a whole lot of sugar in it. It's pretty healthy. I mean, I'm just gonna press it into the molds. This one turned out to be the right consistency. I like the consistency of this. It's been in the freezer for about 15 minutes. You're gonna have to kind of keep these cold. You know, you're gonna have to keep it chilled until right before you serve it. This one had way too much. Okay, I'm gonna take it out and maybe just sort of rethink. They're not sticking to the soap molds. You know, I think these were actually candy molds to begin with, and I just used them for soap molds, and now they're actually being used for their original purpose for the first time ever. I did make soaps for a wedding with this. I made tiny soaps for wedding favors a couple years back. I used to officiate wedding ceremonies. I've done about 14 or 15 of them, and I used to help people write their vows. Yeah, we're just gonna press all the dark mixture into our soap molds, and then we're going to put it in the freezer to chill. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We have the frosting paste in our molds. Technically it's a nut paste, really. I mean, I think it'll be pretty good. So we're gonna just put it in the freezer. Those are bags of rice. You know, those like rice bags? My mother-in-law makes them, they're really cool. Like a velvety heart pillow filled with rice, and then you keep it in the freezer and you put it on your sore muscles. Hi, Rigger, what do you think? You're such a good helper. What's in the freezer? Love cakes. We got love cakes in the freezer. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna like start constructing. Oh. Okay, so we have our patio rock, and I want to build the cake around this bouquet. Well, I wanted to. I think it's gonna be too big. Okay, I'm just gonna leave those in the water until the last minute. And then I might just put them in the cake. So, we have the world's last graham crackers, the world's last marshmallows, and the world's last Twix. Because yeah, we had to go and put pudding mix into what probably would have been a perfectly good cake. Okay, put a couple marshmallows down on the cream cheese frosting. I mean, we gotta do something. We gotta work with something. If you don't have anything, then you just gotta figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna keep stacking the marshmallows. That was totally unsanitary. Replace that with a piece of wax paper. Little dollop of frosting to secure the wax paper. And then we're gonna do, let's slide it so that it's not visible. We wanna see the edges of the decorative rock. Reposition it. So it's nice. You can even fold in the edges. All right, things are picking up. We are making an apocalypse wedding cake with the world's last frosting and graham crackers. We opened our Twix up. Okay. Got Twix. Stacking those up. So we have our layers of Twix and cream cheese frosting and graham crackers. And we're just gonna dip some marshmallows into that and prepare a base for the molds. And then we're gonna put it in a freezer until it gets a little bit more sturdy, and then we can kind of do an outer layer and start assembling the candies on there and the flowers. All right, I'm gonna make a marshmallow ring and maybe a little stack off to one side, and then we'll be right back. So I'm to the point where I'm stacking the marshmallows and I just ran out of frosting. So I have a few more marshmallows left and I want to put them all on. And so I'm using peanut butter. Welcome back to Ruining Culinary. We ruined the cake with the world's last flour, so we had to use marshmallows, peanut butter, and frosting, and graham crackers and Twix. We're about to put it in the freezer so it can firm up a bit and we can finish decorating it. But we want to put some rose petals and some leaves around the bottom. And to get them to stick, we're going to just mist everything with a little bit of water. Mist all the petals, and we're just gonna, we have these quaking aspen leaves from the front yard. We put around bottom. I think that they'll look nice after they've been frozen. I think they'll look more mystical. They'll get kind of a frost on them. Oh, well, now you know we're in Missoula. Thanks, royalty-free jazz, for your ads. Okay, so we're gonna lay some leaves and petals around.